EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of Bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. It's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by the former Colorado Buffalo, their rookie quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on some few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Brings up second and at the 28-yard line.
Pass to 60.
On play action, here's Shador. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw now, here's Sanders. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
Holding. Receiving team.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Running left, it's Warren. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The Steelers are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
And the Steelers first down.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
A handoff for Warren. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Down and 9.
Now Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Boswell's kick is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They will start this drive with Ford. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
Let's go now.
2nd and 10. At the 35.
From the shotgun, Sanders. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Into the hands of Cedric Tillman.
Complete to Cedric Tillman. 16 yards on the play. It's now third.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Sanders. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing, Sanders. And his throw is going to be incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, but it's going to be 2nd down. You look at this Steeler defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And when you see a ranking like number 4 in the league against the pass, that's a testament to both their defensive coordinator and the general manager that crafted this unit, and now they're out executing.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Sanders once more. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. On 4th down, Corey Bojorquez gets set to punt for Cleveland. The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to pick.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the return will stop right around the 25. Saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd.
To throw is Sanders. Over the middle, complete to Jeudy. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Let's go now. Time to be lying.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sanders. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's good for us Steelers. First down. 1st and 10 at the 46.
To throw, it's Rodgers. That's to the veteran. It's Robert Woods. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3. On the give, it's Warren. And he stopped immediately there. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. That is caught. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Steelers first down.
Rodgers going to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. The improv on the scramble will get him 6, and it'll be second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
319.
3-3, a tight one after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Rodgers now to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Brings up 3rd down.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Out to the flat here for Johnson. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. DeAndre Carter back deep. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things going in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital. Extremely important because they've got 2 games below 500. The road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to forward. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Sanders. Short throw here, the tight end Bates. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk.
Sanders to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. And he can't escape, and down he goes. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Come on, come on. Hey.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. It'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard. The return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. This 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 7.
To throw is Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, possession. Down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down of a sack. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Another Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And he finds Austin complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Calvin Austin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 10-3. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. The Browns drive about to get started. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up first and 10. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Pickett. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. This Pittsburgh offense, led by Calvin Austin, running back out. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability.
2nd and 6.
On play action, Rodgers. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
The Steelers 32-yard line.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Gets this over the middle to Tillman. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Pickett back to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he will slide down with the first down for the moment, but a penalty flag on the field. They get Jack Conklin there, the right tackle. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Back to throw, Pickett. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
Dustin Hopkins
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Now it's Rodgers. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Finding Miller once more, complete. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Now Rodgers. That's caught. It's Austin left side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on first and 10. Rodgers again now. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now Rodgers. Quick slam here to Woods. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 41-yard line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing is Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Rodgers going to throw. And now a fumble. The ball's out. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now Pickett. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
The pass on second down. Joey Porter Jr. on the tackle. A loss of 10 yards.
for it up the middle. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
319! 319!
Here's Warren. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done, because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33. A big third down pickup of 20 yards.
But the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. On play action, now Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. So nothing doing there. And now it's 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
Warren, touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and And we get a seal here. And we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Oh, look at the juke. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often because that can be the make or break difference on the play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now they're dealing with second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Throwing on second and long. Pickett. And that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space. Couldn't uncover at the end of the route. And that one winds up incomplete.
Pickett will look to throw it here. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. Drop for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. The Browns send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive guy, that's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Rodgers now to throw. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Now he's loose at the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. 74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Now he's going to step up and run. Shifts by him at the 25. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They run with 4. And a solid run down inside the 30.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Look at lost it. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. Ooh, what a joke. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. The Cleveland offense ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 47-yard line.
Again, they turn to forward. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. First carry now for Pierre Strong. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Here's a screen play. This is Strong. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. On the run, it's Roy. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
To throw, it's Rodgers.
That's into the hands of Woods.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
From the 25, here's 2nd and a yard.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Grant Delpit on the coverage.
And they'll try and run for it with Gainwell. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Here's Rodgers.
Setting up the screen with Gainwell.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's another Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 46.
To throw is Rodgers. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
They'll try the left side with Gainwell.
And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Brought down by Martin Emerson. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now in Pittsburgh. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. From midfield, here's Rodgers.
And he'll be taken down, although there is a flag down. Will this stand? So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Here's Pickett. Over the middle, complete to Judy.
Hard to believe his first catch of the game. Defensively, they bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards.
Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7.
Pickett. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been stymied left and right. Converted only 1 time. This is 3rd and 7. And that will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Now run with Warren. And all the way down inside the 5 and a 4. 93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Warren is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the Browns.
They'll run it, Warren. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
It's third down and goal to go.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And he couldn't square up to throw there, and it falls incomplete. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. To throw now, here's Sanders. Quick completion here to Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Sanders. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Sanders to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
To throw is Sanders. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go. Here's Sanders. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. On 1st down. Warren. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. That last run going to put him over 100 yards for the ball game.
At the 27-yard line.
Right back to him on 1st down. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
Not in any rush offensively. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
6-yard line.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
At the 4-yard line.
Here's Rodgers to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run the full playbook.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Robert Woods, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Steelers are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
This is 4. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
We always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. But second and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Second and 11. At the 35-yard line.
Throwing, Sanders. Complete, it's Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Holding offense.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Cougar 19.
Now Sanders. He'll try and do this himself. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll indeed go for it. It's Sanders. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. That's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
It's an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, his third touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Steelers have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the fourth. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13.
Sanders. That's going to be caught by Judy.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
So the big gain, all for naught for the offense. That yellow flag is going to bring it back.
Oh, what a tough look for the offense because they see all that yardage lost and that ball's walked back and then some behind the original line of scrimmage.
Out quickly to Judy. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
3rd down and 13.
Back to throw. Sanders.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Well, that one hurts. That wipes away what would have been a big play.
Well, you and I both know coaches aren't real big on silver linings, but at least that play call was a successful one. Now the focus offensively, that goes to overcoming the penalty and making all that yardage back again.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Run on 1st down. It's Warren. And they'll get him down here at about the 42.
Now 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Warren will try the right side.
And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down.
Warren. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Steelers. 1st down. 1st and 10.
But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire.